Alrighty. It looks like we've got everyone ready to go here. First match casting of the day for the Go4r. This is going to be Playing Ducks versus Guardians. Playing Ducks being a pro league team, Guardians being a semi-pro team here. They're going to be going into this with a bit of an uphill battle. But it should be interesting. Everyone's just going to have a good time here. Play best they can. Guardians have already beat one team, so at least they're off to an okay start. Playing on Oregon here with Playing Ducks starting on attack, Guardians starting on defense. Obviously, good choice. They are going to be playing down in the laundry room. No surprise there. Going to be the typical starting spot. And then we do have Playing Ducks with Thatcher, so that should make things a lot easier in terms of getting open the hatch that they're going to need to get open right here once that's reinforced. The defender's bringing a mute, most likely going to set it up on top of this wash basin here so they can try and block the hatch from being opened easily. That's just going to make easy work of that, though, so it's not going to be a big deal. Got them opening up this typical hole here so that they can rotate through. Also, blowing open this wall prevents a thermite glitch that allows opening up that hatch even when it's mute jammed. So blowing that up is going to make it a lot more difficult. They are going to have to actually try and take out that mute jammer in order to open that hatch once it's placed. Mute has not placed it yet, though. He doesn't really need to place it until the round starts. So no surprise there. They all get all ready here. Death Star maybe going for the roam, it looks like. Playing a mini hall, no surprise here. Playing Ducks all spawning on the street side. Coming over for a pretty aggressive attack. Starting things off a little bit crazy. Already looking to see if there's anyone in here. Taking out the initial cameras. We are going to have Panics here droning. Let's see where Panics here. He's going to be just double checking that there's no one upstairs. Question is he going to know Death Star's up there? They don't have a hole open on that side, so not going to know. Does spot Chaos right there, though. That is going to help as his team goes in. Thatcher just taking some shots down the stairwell, seeing if he can find anyone. Maybe just checking to make sure no one rotates from the kitchen before he can do his thing and blow the hole. Thatcher has not blown the hatch, or EMP'd the hatch just yet. They're all just kind of looking to make sure everything's going to be safe when they go to do so. It's ironic, just waiting to see if anyone tries to push it from the stairwell. And a lot of shots already moving aggressively down as Thermite opens the hatch. It's going to make things a little bit easier for them to take that upstairs. Now downstairs they are looking to see if they can try and catch him out on cameras. Watching some angles. Just covering their bases as best they can. Does get droned out by Meepy there. That's going to help the attackers. Playing Ducks already losing Chaos, though, to Death Star. Good start for them, but Death Star gets taken out by Elements. Ends Ironic takes out G Hollywood. Some grenades coming down by Panics. Trying to take out anyone in that kind of cubby area. Looking like you might try and cut off this hallway as they go for the plant. Blackbeard already down here as Ironic. Thermite going for the typical plant on top of the washing machine. Is getting the plant down. Blackbeard covering pretty heavy into that hole. Panics takes down Derplenser. A lot of shots going down here on mute. Just trying to trade, see if he can do something against that Blackbeard. Not a whole lot that can be done here. Blackbeard trying to see if he can do something to stop this. Does take down Meepy in the process, though. Not a bad start for this Guardians team. Although the diffuser is down and they're going to have trouble stopping the actual plant from happening. Blackbeard takes down Blackburn for the round win. Once that diffuser gets down, it's definitely hard to take it back, as you see from that trap door. A lot of killing going down. Not an easy retake, to say the least. We are going to have switch up now with Playing Ducks playing on defense. You see Guardians making sure to bring out that Thatcher just in case, but they are bringing out a Twitch a little bit different than the lineup that was for Playing Ducks. No Capito, which is an interesting choice. Capito pretty much being a staple of almost every lineup now, as he is kind of almost a better Ashe. Playing Ducks still playing the laundry room, but they are bringing a Frost Trap this time. So they can put bear traps around the area that plant goes down, seeing if they could catch out a bit of a newer team in terms of trying to get the plant up. Opening up a slightly different hole over here as well. Opening it up on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. Something we've seen teams do is it provides a little bit of a different angle. Alright, just make sure to catch that drone so it can't hide down in the basement. This is a good frost trap spot. We've seen catch quite a few people off guard as they go to vault over that sandbag. You'd think it'd be easy to see once they take control of this room, but you'd be surprised how often they manage to catch people with it. Death Star just leaving his drone sitting there. Just watching him as it is muted. That's going to be unfortunate for him. All the reinforcements going down here. Another bear trap trying to catch people who are sneaking into this room from the backside. Looks like there probably will be some people playing in meeting. We've got Meepy opening up the hatch there for them. That shotgun. So they can rotate down, castling the doors. Bringing the castle, interesting choice here. Sometimes people are using it to close off this construction, but we have not seen that yet. Looks instead like they might be just trying to seal off some of the upstairs area. They can play a little more aggressively up top. We do see some of the attackers going towards the tower side, so that might have been a smart choice. Castle redoing his barricade over there. Quite a few. 3 upstairs is very unusual for this particular defense, but Playing Ducks have been playing really well lately, and I would definitely like to see us. Actually, looks like 4 playing up top, with only Meepy downstairs to make sure it doesn't get taken. Attackers just moving around, trying to find out if they can figure out where they are in this particular area. Trying to drone for Blackbeard as he starts to push down the stairs over here. We will probably see some attackers doing something here soon as they start getting stuff opened. And the defenders are going to have to put pressure on them. See Chaos just up here on his camera, just waiting as this GT Temp opens up some of the attic. Trying to give himself cover and try and make his way down into the meeting hall. Should be an interesting attack here. As he looks to see if he can catch one of them off guard. Does catch some feet there. Takes some shots at Elements. Doesn't quite finish the shots though. And that's going to be a problem for him. Still seeing if he can get an angle of that castle door being very useful. However, opened up quickly. It's going to make things easier for attackers as they start to make their way towards it. And Chaos gets SGT Temp as Meepy takes down Death Star. That's 3 down now for the attackers. It's not looking good. Frost is trapped in here. Castle trapped in here as well. Enter Plunder just trying to find some kind of entry point at this point. And we've got Blackbeard over here who has actually made his way into sight. All he's got to contend with is Meepy, unless they drop down the hatch on him, but they're already firing down the hatch. Castle having a good angle down there. Doesn't know Meepy's right there right now. Their Plunder does take down one. G-Doc Hollywood takes down another. Manages to get some kills back on the other team. They have managed to take it into the site quite a bit here. But Smoke takes down G-Dog Hollywood. Process opens up a little bit of a hole though. Only 15 seconds left. Smoke just trying to delay him as long as he can. Their Plunder trying to find some kind of angle here. Meepy just coming around taking shotgun shots. They all just put enough pressure on him to hold him back long enough for the timer to count down. And without killing all of them, the defenders win that round, and that is 2 rounds up for Playing Ducks. Not a big surprise from such a strong team, but the other team playing pretty well considering they're up against such a strong Pro League team. We are going to see them go back down as Guardians goes back down to the laundry. No surprise they lost it, so they're going to try and play it again. And that's always the big debate. If you lose a particular bomb spot, you can play it again, but it's always the question of should you. It looks like Guardians are reconsidering going up into the dorms instead, the typical secondary bomb spot. So they're going to rethink their defense as they realize Playing Ducks have a strong attack on the basement. So they're going to see if they can do something a little bit different upstairs. And they are bringing a dock this time. So that should be good. No need. Not necessarily needed for the mute upstairs, although I do think mute is a strong defender upstairs as he can block off a lot of these hallways from being droned. And you definitely don't want to let a Pro League team drone too much. That could be pretty detrimental to things. So yeah, there's just a lot of setups going here. This wall being reinforced, this wall being opened, and then this part being reinforced, so they have a place to cover from that's not going to be shot through by the mattress. and give themselves a little bit of an angle that can kind of get out to this particular spot and maybe a little bit of the window. Reinforcing here as well. This is one that's back and forth. You could open up some of it to give you more access, or seal it like they did there to be able to play in that room a little bit more. I have G-Dog Hollywood here, seeing if he could maybe go for a little peek from there, but decides to think better of it and moves back. Got all the guys out in the street. And we've got Meepy here as Thermite doing his drone work, just getting a drone in position. Now they figured out where everyone's at. We've got Thatcher doing his droning now. So they just take this lobby. Got Blackbeard going up. Looks like just covering the tower, making sure that they can't get in easily. Panic's droning out the armor here, right where Blackbeard's sitting, seeing if he can find anyone in these areas to clear out this side of the building for them, as they clearly want to attack over here. A lot of shots coming out from Zyronic as Blackbeard, seeing if he could find anyone in that bedroom, opening up some holes, while Panix clears that room for him. He's going to be baiting people out. Panix now off his drone, getting ready to come up with Chaos. He's already decided Master Bedroom's clear, we're going to make our move on it. Blackbeard trying to sit in that one spot, not being able to do a whole lot. We do have Death Star over here just watching the tower, and no one wanting to come to it. Does open himself a little peek hole though. It's going to come in handy. Maybe placing his Thermite Breach Charge already on there. That's going to force Blackbeard out of the room as the nades come out. Does get caught out by Blackbeard on his escape. And that was a good pinch by them as they take this room. The ADS device takes out that grenade. As Capto here tries to set a bunch of fire to the hallway, stop them from being able to rotate back in, forcing G-Dog Hollywood to stay in place. They have lost just Jaeger on the defense. So the attackers have a strong move here. They have placed the diffuser in that room that's going to force them to have to come out, try to make some kind of move here. Death Star takes down Chaos. The G-Dog Hollywood here trying to make a peek. He doesn't have any other angle on him because they sealed that door. Uses the smoke to his advantage to move out, but Blackbeard laying down a lot of fire over there. Make it hard for him. Got Death Star just trying to take Crossfire here. G-Dog does get taken down by Meepy. And then Panix takes down SGC Temp and also takes Plunder with him, leaving just Smoke here at Death Star as he gets taken down from a shot from the bedroom. Very strong attack, taking complete control of that side of the building, knowing there's no one downstairs, there's no one for them to worry about other than in the tower, which they didn't really care about, because as you saw, the tower was just not very effective in being able to do anything at that point. So now we have Playing Ducks 3-0. They are going to have to play upstairs as they've won the basement now. So you are going to see them switch that up. They are not going to be bringing the mute as well. They're just going to be bringing their typical castle, as we've seen. A lot of good spots for castle on this map. It's a lot of windows you can seal up, things like that. So we'll see which windows and walls they choose to seal. On the attacker side, they are bringing a buck this time, as they clearly want to be able to open up parts of the floor, parts of the walls, to give themselves a bit more access to some of these rooms, as there's a lot of walls to contend with. So not a ton of surprises here just yet from either team, as the reinforcements go up. Let's see if they open up any kind of hole. Looks like Meepy's going to open up a hole into this room. Typical thing you want to see is the ability to rotate in there, give yourselves a little bit more control of the map. And also, then you can find out if anyone else is going to be putting on pressure from that side, which you definitely want to be concerned about. We see Panix deciding they don't want to be taken off guard by that master bedroom, sealing it up with castle. And they are going to put a hole here. This is a good spot. If they go for a plant similar to what Playing Ducks did, you could throw C4 or smoke or a grenade or anything to delay the side. They are definitely concerned about that room being taken. And as we see, all spawning street, except for some over here. With SGC Temp taking down one already, as Elms tries to peek and gets punished for it. Although he did do a lot of damage onto Thermite. Taking a Thermite might have been a good start for them, like giving them a lot more control of where the map is accessible from. And Darkstar getting taken out by Zyronic is going to be punishing. That's why you want to have access to that attic, giving yourself a lot of room in that hole there. See them just trying to clear out the first floor at this point. Making sure no one's here. Doing it without their drones, though, probably not the best idea. Just see a little bit more aggressive play here from some of the attackers. Just trying to find a good peek angle in. See if they can catch anyone off guard. As an attacker, that's one of the things you want to do while you're droning, is you want to see if you can catch anyone just getting off position on any kind of angle you can. See if you can get some easy kills. You need the numbers in your favor. So far, the numbers are in their favor. Until that happened there. It's ironic. Taken down by G-Dog Hollywood. G-Dog Hollywood takes down another. He's on a roll here with this buck. Clearly take control of this attic, but gets traded back out by Valkyrie. That's Chaos. Not letting him have full control of that attic. Still wanting to just hold that position. Blackbird looking to see if he can catch Chaos out. Decides to make another move. Panic's just hiding between those two windows. Typical bomb spot there. Got Castle just watching there. Valkyrie over here. Only 2 defenders left and 3 attackers. Thermite's pretty low, but they are in a pretty good position here. Got a lot of droning finally coming out. Probably caught the top of Panic's head there. Does see him there. It's a hard position to get him out of, but he does have a breach charge he could use to try and hit. But Panic's has moved. Gonna make it a little bit harder. See if you can catch him. They don't know he's rotated. Valkyrie going for a long rotate here. Diffuser is stuck down here. They do have a little bit of advantage as it's sitting there. Catches your plunder from behind. Catches another one. SG Temp caught off guard. All on Blackbird here, who does not have the diffuser. Just try and fight anyone who can. Gets flanked by that hole, and that's why that hole can be useful. Panics has got to know where he's at, but doesn't have a good angle yet. Better gun there coming out from Blackbird, taking down Panics. Now it is a 1v1. Chaos just playing the diffuser, playing time, knowing he has 15 seconds to play with here. Blackbird has to get down to that diffuser. Chaos with the advantage, just taking full advantage of the situation. Launching those shells straight into his face for another P-Ducks win here. Nicely played, putting P-Ducks at 4-0. Easy match point here. Not bad play by Guardians, but they just cannot pick up a round. No, it's looking like this is probably going to swing pretty quickly over to a P-Ducks map. The Guardians realizing switching up the dorms didn't really do anything in their favor. Going to go back down to the basement. See if they can do something a little bit better here. Yeah, bringing that same layout, except for they're bringing a bandit now. Sometimes for his batteries, sometimes for his firepower on that MP7. Sometimes for both. We'll see if he ends up with a good spot for those batteries. This is not typically a place where you're going to find a lot of good use for those, as there's not a lot of walls that they really need to thermite. It's more so on this particular hatch. See Death Star reinforcing here. We'll see if they're able to do anything interesting to stall this. They are having to use their C4 to blow that wall. Make sure that they can't place that breach charge on there and get around that mute jammer. Mute not having set that up, or perhaps he has. I believe the spectator view cannot see the jammer when it's placed on top of there. He is, however, getting his armor. We have seen some teams playing with no Rook lately, but obviously Guardians being cautious, making sure they have that extra armor. But Rook is also sometimes unappreciated for his firepower. See G-Dog Hollywood just trying to put a little scare tactic into hitting open the wood on that front door, making them a little more worried about it. We have Panics here doing some initial droning and then moving on up with his team. Sledge trying to get angle. Elam's taken down one already. That was a good start for him. Just spraying into the lobby. Panic's doing his droning again. Does not know there's one over here in school. Death Star just trying to do something in here. Very low health, all the way to downed, almost. We did lose G-Dog though, but is that ironic? Taking down Blackburn, and now there goes Smoke. It is all on Bandit and Mute. Bandit just hanging out down here. We're more worried about the construction tunnel than he needs to be. Not doing a whole lot from down there. As Mute tries to hold this stairwell at least, and Bandit holds the other side. Blackbeard just tossing his flashbangs over, making sure no one can do anything to push up that stairwell. Just taking complete map control here. Looks like Bandit's going to try and take a peek, see if he can catch something, but Blackbeard playing cautious, sees but is aiming way too low. Giving them another shot here. And try and hide in this position, see if he can catch them off guard when they come downstairs. They've got a lot of time to play with. The Thatcher comes out. Thermite doing his thing, going to open that up as Blackbeard starts to make his way down with the distraction of the hatch, knowing they have to move around. You're going to see Mute here. Will he catch Blackbeard off guard? Blackbeard not expecting him to be over there. Definitely going to give his position away right now. Shooting that ADS device. Taking slow peeks here. Just barely missing him. See, he's got to be more concerned about that wall, but SGG's temp is not on top of his game here. And it was all on Bandit, who just quickly gets taken down, making it map 4, playing Ducks, taking the map 5-0. Good game from Guardians. Better game from playing Ducks. Not surprising seeing them. They are a pro league team playing very strong at the moment. But a good overall match from both teams. Some good Oregon play. Good game. And we will, of course, switch over to a little bit of a break while we wait for the next match to get set up here. Shouldn't take too long. I believe next team should be ready, and I think it is going to be Unknights. So that should be good.